So I just left the house to go pick up my kids, and 10 minutes later, I got a motion alert from Ring. My alarm was going off. I open up my app, and there's this guy running out the front door. I didn't know who he was. Before I could do anything, I got a call from Ring.
This is Jordan with Ring Alarm Monitoring. I'll send the police right over.
My name's Nadine, and Ring helped save my house from a break-in.
Protect your home today with Ring Alarm. Go to ring.com/safety. That's ring.com/safety.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Hey, Ola, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Head Chef on the way. Ted's Meat Potatoes has the great cheap beer and pickle experiment. We're also going to have some spam sushi. We're out. We spare no expense. We spare no expense in here.
I thought that was for you, Fred.
Oh, no.
I got 4 pieces of it for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it, Ted.
Oh, we're all hooked up in here.
Well, Ted came in earlier and said, hey, Miles, I got this for you. And I saw that one piece of spam sushi, and I'm like, cool.
To share, he said.
Right, and Miles and I have no shame. We like spam. Mm-hmm. So I knew he would enjoy this version of it.
Sure.
I think you and Mike could be a thing for you.
Maybe I do, but I'm not sold on this pickle and beer thing, man.
We threw in a Clamato Red Eye for good measure there, a red beer. So we've got some clam juice and cheap beer. We're going to knock that back coming up with
What did you say after you poured the beers with it? We still had, like maybe 3/4 of the clam juice. And Miles like, I guess I'm just going to pour the rest out.
I don't know if anyone's going to keep this.
Yeah, I walked by and he said, so he's like, is it that gross? I go, no, that's just me looking at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. But first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com. Gentlemen, now I'd like to wish our daughter Addie a very happy 5th birthday. She's been listening to you her whole life and could even recite the intro to Ted versus the FCC. Could she get a little kidfish sandwich and some Mickey and Goofy? That would be great. Thanks, guys. That from the mom and the dad.
Oops. Hang on.
Fish sandwich.
Well, gosh, Addie, we sure are glad that you're listening to this fine radio program. The next time you repeat the open Ted versus the FCC, ask your parents what word they think it is Ted might say.
You know what? I think that's a great idea. You should have a good conversation with your parents. Get some ice cream tonight.
You're going to learn a whole lot of things.
Happy birthday.
Gentlemen, today's my son Henry's 11th birthday. He is a huge Men's Room fan. He'd be stoked to get some birthday wishes from you guys. Can he get an uh-oh lookout and maybe some shotgun gets from Thrill? He'll be in birthday heaven along with Sunshine. Stay beautiful. That from Greg in Mukilteo.
Uh-oh, look out.
Get! Back to hell, Sunshine. Get!
Can you please give a birthday shout out to my 13-year-old son Hunter with a your penis is too small and Coach Ted telling him what to expect in his teen years. Thanks, guys. That from Scott.
13, huh? Big year. First of all, you're a teenager now, so you don't have to listen to those other kids. What are they, 11, 12? Tell them to get out of there. Second of all, maybe you play sports. It's going to be tough. There's going to be some cuts involved, but you got this. Other than that, high school is a story of a few years. The first couple, you're on the low end. The last couple, you're on the high end. And frankly, you get to tell people what to do. You're a junior or senior. You're an upperclassman.
Guys, today's my youngest
Miles.
daughter. Yes.
You know how you could tell the upperclassmen at DeMatha Catholic?
I do not. How?
Oh, those freshmen and sophomores wear navy blue blazers. You get a maroon one when you're a junior or senior.
Oh, you have to wear blazers?
Oh, yeah. Blazers, tie,
Get out of here.
khakis.
Huh.
Khakis.
Guys, today's my youngest daughter, Willow May's 14th birthday. Can I get a who, yeah, and Coach Ted telling her that while we may think 14 is no big deal, it is for a 14-year-old girl, especially in the summer, and how much summer 2020 sucks. That from your head writer, Sir Jolly Joe.
Tell you what, it's one thing I know about 14-year-old girls. Never wrong. You stick with that. You're 14, I bet around 13 and a half you told your dad what was up. Well, now you're 14. You let him know. He's an idiot.
Guys, today's my muscle-bound brother Jeremy's birthday, 2 years younger than me and 3 times my size. Please give him a Leroy Jenkins and the Dirty Germans telling him that bigger is not always better. From your little big brother Daniel. Thanks, guys, and rock on.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Yeah, lots of times we like to say bigger is better, but that always clarifies the orifice or appendage of which we are speaking.
Yeah, you know, I believe this, man. It's not about the size. Bigger isn't better, unless you mean wider.
Gentlemen, today I turned 29, 1 year left before it's all over. Hopefully next year strip clubs will be open. How about some advice from Coach Ted about turning 29 and getting prepared for 30? Thanks, guys. Love all that you do. P.S. Miss Wobbin, that from Casual.
All right, Casual, this one's pretty easy. 29's a fun year. Don't forget now, as you're 29 and you're approaching 30, you still got a whole year for it, but make sure you overthink it. Let it really get in your head. Let people tell you got to change your whole life at 30 and this and that. And then when you turn 30, you're going to wake up and go, yeah, all right, I'm 30.
No big deal.
No.
All the naked ladies would like to request a birthday wish for my sweet, sweet girlfriend, Mackenzie. I love her and hope she has a great day. Let's get some Dirty Germans talking about what she's getting for her birthday tonight.
Yeah, his name throws me off a bit, but I'll refrain from all the obvious inside jokes we would have here. But I think what she can expect is for her knees to touch each side of her ears.
Yeah, you know what? The girl's name's Mackenzie, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe she likes the meat off the bone. Like a little bit of rib, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's a veggie song.
Yeah, I'll tell her it's an impossible whopper. It's purely safe.
That'll really turn around, won't it? Like to wish my friend Josh Booty Sweat Rays a happy birthday. Can he get an original fish sandwich? And the Dirty Germans talking about how good he uses his hammer and how great he nails. That from Josh, Dan, and Cassie.
$2 I get a fish sandwich?
Yeah, I understand you do magical things when you nail with your hammer, but I want to know why they call you Booty Sweat.
Yeah, the funny thing is, you think about this hammer and him putting a nail in. Surprise, you should do what he sees where he puts the claw end. It's not pretty.
Guys, my boyfriend Cameron Morgan turned 30 today, and he would love it if you could get Coach Ted giving him some advice on what to expect in his 30s. And then Thrill, as Nick Cage, on what to do in your 30s, and an inspirational quote from Miles. He is a huge fan. He's been listening since he was 15 and will be a fan for at least the next 15. A shout out on his Dirty 30 from you guys would be amazing. That from the lovely Simone.
I mean, 30s are pretty fun, man. You're going to have a blast in there. I would say you got to do the smart thing by now and start saving some money. Oh, yeah. And number 2, you're going to wake up at some point in your 30s because you quote-unquote slept wrong. What else? Sprinting will leave your life. Unless you want to rip a muscle. But other than that, 30's great.
Oh my God, you're in your 30s now. Do the exact same thing I did and watch your hairline recede by 3 inches every 4 hours because you're running out of time.
It's the...
Oh, God, no. All right. First time I read this, I thought it said Captain Morgan instead of Cameron Morgan. So this is for Captain Morgan, but Cameron, I guess, is for you, too. Remember, if you start your day with Captain Crunch and end it with Captain Morgan, you'll turn into a pirate. Hola, guys. Today, my husband, Jared, is 31. He's an amazing husband, and I couldn't imagine spending my life with anyone else. Thanks for everything you do. He only asked for a couple things this year, including a bigger toolbox for work, maybe some words of advice from the Dirty Germans talking about where he's going to put his big toolbox. That would be great. Sincerely, that from Paige.
Yeah, Paige, I think you misunderstood what it is your husband wants. I think the bigger toolbox is a reference to you.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to turn that page and the box goes in.
Yeah. Does he listen to Tansy Page when you have sexy time?
It sounds like this is box squared.
Yeah, every time they say Tansy Page, you take a new position.
Guys, it's my coworker.
It's like one of those little Russian dolls.
Yeah, what part of you is east of Omaha?
My coworker Shelly's birthday today. I love her sense of humor. It's been pretty neat working with her. Can she get Mickey and Goofy talking about foodborne illness? That from Emily, a.k.a. Health Inspector Red.
Well, gals, you sure do bring up a sexy subject when you talk about foodborne illness. One of Goose's old favorites. Doesn't affect me much because I'm a dog. I even lick my own butt, but I do have rabies.
I feel a little bit offended. We don't talk about that here because the parks are open. We're trying to make some money. Also, you must really be good friends. She described you as neat.
Neat. Today's my lovely wife Angela's 51st trip around the sun. It's a fun ride, baby. How about an OG fish sandwich and a you big dummy? That also from the daughter Jess as well.
You big dummy. Too hard to get a fish sandwich?
Guys, I was hoping to give my mom Catherine and her twin Karen a birthday wish from the Dirty Germans. My mom for being so supportive throughout the years, and my aunt for putting up with me and some of my shenanigans. Thanks, bitches. That from Dustin, a.k.a. Fart Blossom.
Yeah, oddly enough, I have two twins named Catherine and Karen. They are my testicles. Yeah, I thought the gentler approach.
Yeah, the problem is sometimes she gets infections, so one Karen keeps yelling.
Yeah, that's the right side.
Pacholos, please wish me help my husband a better half Pete, pronounced Pete. A very happy 54th birthday today. We may be stuck inside, but I'm sure we'll find a way to celebrate. Winky, winky. Since today is the opening of baseball and Seattle officially released the Kraken, can you have the Dirty Germans talking sports? Thanks, guys. That from Barb in Manchester.
Yeah, speaking of Kraken, I'd like to knock my puck in your Kraken.
Yeah, the puck is nice.
Yeah.
Plus they use sticks. You have to tape them up. So lots of things in sports. Balls.
Yeah, be careful where your goalie man so I don't puck you in the face.
I will say, so often as a Dirty German, if there's one sports piece of equipment I run into a lot, it's old catcher's mitt.
Jesus. All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Mmm, Schweinefleisch.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat. And potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you.
No, thank you.
To say a thank you to both sous chefs, Jolly Joe and Miles Montgomery.
Oh, okay.
You both are very excited about this beer story.
Yes, very much so.
I really am not.
Yeah, it's funny. Joe said it to me a couple days ago, and I came just about. I was like, "Did you see this?" I was like, I did. I'm with you. Like, I like pickle juice. I like pickles in general. I already stole some.
I just hate, and I hate pickles so much, like especially when it's the pickle spear. So you get a sandwich somewhere and they just throw the pickle spear. I understand it's included. Please don't let it touch my bread, because once that pickle even touches the side of your sandwich, that bite tastes like nothing but pickle. And frankly, I don't like anything that tastes like pickle, so I don't get what they're trying to sell me on in this beer.
What about when we get fried pickles? Do you like them?
No.
Okay.
That said,
Okay.
they are the best pickles I can eat, but I hate them.
Still a vegetable.
Basically, to me, a pickle, like somebody, there was a dare, like some drunk frat caveman, and they said, how can we make a cucumber taste worse? The guy said, hold my beer. And he came back with a pickle.
I feel like pickles are so good. I don't even think of it. Like, you're right. Obviously,
So
it's a
good?
vegetable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. I'll take a shot of just the juice.
I know you ate some of the pickles before the show even started.
Yeah. I did. Well, we were filming a little short video.
Uh-huh.
The pickles were in my hand.
You were method acting?
And they went in my mouth. So here's the whole theory. Supposedly putting a pickle in a glass of light, cheap beer is supposed to make it better. This has been going around. Now apparently also, they even say here, like, don't get expensive beer.
Sure.
Yeah,
No.
It's supposed to be something cheaper. But
why? Why? So it's, in other words, like if I got an expensive, I don't know, IPA or something like this, and I drop a pickle into this thing, it doesn't work, or...
Well, that, I also, like, heavier beers like that are just going to have so much flavor on its own.
Right,
I don't know if the pickle can do its thing. It's like, remember back in the day
God.
when you were hanging out at the local bar or down at the VFW the Legion, and there's that old guy that salts his beer.
Yeah.
Right, like, I've never seen anybody salt, like, a fancy beer.
I will say, Miles handed me this cup with a pickle in it, and it looks like a urine sample, but you gave more than the doctor asked for.
Yeah. Well...
This is like a homeless man's pea jug.
Here,
salt.
drink
I mean,
this.
salt goes great to me with beer,
Yeah.
right? That's why you'll eat peanuts, you'll eat pretzels, you'll eat potato chips.
But I don't
try
drop
this?
No, I don't. But I'm going to.
Give me a drum roll here, will you? Maybe you'll like this for a change. Maybe Steve will find a way to eat a vegetable. Cheers. Come on, here we go.
All right.
Oh, that's great.
It is good.
That's awesome.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Really? Oh, wow.
I did not say I love it.
No, he likes it.
That is pretty tasty. I think they're onto something.
You don't have to be. Okay, what I found is the more of the beer I drink, so like anything, wherever it settles on the bottom, I'm not enjoying getting closer to the bottom.
Just push your pickle to the side.
Is Miles did make these like during the commercial break, so they've been sitting in there. They say, push it to the side. They do say like the longer you let it sit in the beer, the more it'll taste like pickle.
Yeah.
So if we were making these at your house, you'd pour the beer.
I'd throw you out of my house.
Drop the pickle in. You know what? Drop the pickle in. I know this whole thing is a little odd, all this pickle talk.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to finish mine there?
Sure. You kidding me?
Wait a minute. Are you guys going to try the next one? That's Clamato.
Oh, I'd love to.
And beer. Now, this is a massive morning drink. If you live on the West Coast, especially you live in Seattle, you probably know. You've gone down to the stadium. It's 10 a.m. You're watching the first games before the Hawks play. This is a big seller. People
I
love
understand this, but again, my general theory of how this was created, we've talked about this before. If I drink a beer at 8 o'clock in the morning, I get grief because I'm having a beer, but you might be drinking a bloody frickin' Mary, right? Because tomato juice. I don't know.
Looks like your shorts were thirsty.
So I feel like somebody just got annoyed with their wife and said, fine, I had a Clamato. Is it okay now?
Do people know what Clamato is as far as the juice?
Clamato is, that's a good call, Miles. Clamato is tomato juice mixed with clam juice.
That is not a venereal disease.
And I struggle with clam juice, so I'm going to sit this one out.
You do?
Yeah.
You like the pickle juice better?
I do.
It's not awful, but it's unnecessary, man.
Ooh. No, that's terrible.
Really, I'd rather drink this than the...
Here, you can have this one.
I didn't say I want it.
Oh, God, that's horrible.
Do you guys need some food to go with it?
What's the food?
Sure, what do you got?
Spam!
Oh, no!
Oh, God damn it, that's right, I forgot.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
So this is your classic Spam. I used to call it Mitsubishi, but that is wrong. It's Spam Musubi.
Musubi, okay. By the way, people, can you tell people what you're doing again? There was a study or a survey or something came out that said if you add a pickle to a cheap beer, it'll make the beer
drop
taste
the
a little
pickle
better.
in the beer.
Right. We just tried that. I was not a fan. It's not awful. I was not a fan. Miles like that. Then we did the red beer. I guess what?
Yep.
With Clamato. And
that was terrible. Now, is this warm?
I warmed it up during the break, but it might have cooled off a little.
Seaweed?
Right. So it's nori on top. Right, so it's sticky rice, right? The piece of Spam that's either been grilled or fried, and then the nori on top. So it comes out looking like a thick sushi roll.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a different combination. You will find this all over traditional, like you find it a lot in Hawaii, like at gas stations or whatever. No. Oh, that was a quick pass.
That was awful, man.
Really?
Oh, all right.
I think it's pretty good.
Thank you. See, Miles, I knew you'd enjoy
Yeah.
it. Yeah, like you find these all over the place in Hawaii. People love them. If you go to a Hawaiian restaurant, it's generally on the menu. You obviously hate Spam, the rice, or all of it together.
Just all of it together. I feel like I'm at a restaurant I don't want to go to, and I have these horrible drinks and it's terrible food.
Dude, we're going to drop some donkey sauce on this.
Miles, you're not wrong. Sometimes, too, they make it like a sandwich and you put a little egg in there.
Okay.
It could be oh, man, I feel bad for you. You legit look like you hate that.
I do legitimately hate it. That's why my face looks the way it looks. I don't like this.
Why did I do this?
Oh, you look upset. Yeah.
Mine's almost finished.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can't wait to get into it.
No.
Yeah, and like I said, popular in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Mike, I cut you a piece there, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Spam became massive in Hawaii after
yeah.
World War II, and there's a lot of people over there. A lot of Americans brought it over.
Look at the grease stain on that plate.
I know.
Oh, I don't want to know where that's from.
The Spam.
All right, so we were talking about beer cocktails. We started by throwing a beer or a pickle into a beer. It's supposed to make it taste better. Cheap beer, fancy pickles. Just kidding.
Mm-hmm. They were good.
But
that's my stage name. I'm Fancy Pickles.
Right. The other things you could do, you could have a black and tan, which generally would be a pint of Guinness, any dark beer. Excuse me. And then a choice of lager.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. Black and tan. Black Velvet. Sometimes people use champagne for this. I always use it with cider. Cider and then a dark beer. Usually Guinness and then a dry cider.
Okay.
I'd give that a shot. It's pretty good. That's kind of a good morning beverage, too.
Oh, we couldn't do that. We had to do pickles and clamato.
What's wrong with that?
That's the direction we went.
And spam.
Well,
and spam.
Again, the sous chef in this kitchen enjoys pickles. He likes spam. So we catered, we tailored it to him.
Thank you.
Also, the head chef knew where to get some spam on the walk-in.
Really? You got a lot on spam?
Well, the musubi.
The musubi. Right. Okay. Yes. Okay.
And I see him in there all the time, and I've been talking about it for weeks. So I was like, all right, I'm bringing him in this week. We're finally going to eat. Because honestly, every time spam comes up, Miles goes, I like spam. And I go, I love Taylor ham, which is the same crap. And I feel like I've been talking about this thing for 2 years. So
Of the three things that we've tried, I would eat the spam sushi with Musubi. I would eat that again before I drink either one of these beers.
Seriously. I think I'd take the pickle beer.
I'd go on pickle beer.
Okay. Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
I was at home and I get this call from Ring.
We just received a fire alarm. All okay?
My fire alarm in our cottage was going off. And then it hit me. My parents are at the cottage. The fire had started in the chimney and spread to the roof. Ring Alarm Professional Monitoring dispatched the fire department before we even could dial 911. My name is Kevin, and Ring Alarm helped save our family cottage.
Protect your home today with Ring Alarm. Go to ring.com/Odyssey. That's ring.com/Odyssey.
Angie's List is now Angie. Whether you need help with routine maintenance or you're planning your dream renovation, Angie connects you with top local pros who can get the job done right. See reviews, compare quotes, and book hundreds of projects. Plus, when you book and pay through Angie, we'll cover your project up to the full purchase price, plus limited damage protection with our Happiness Guarantee. Check out Angie.com, and for more on the Happiness Guarantee, go to Angie.com/happiness-guarantee.htm.
The Men's Room is in progress. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
All right, coming up, grab a shot glass. Reason to celebrate. The shot of the day is moments away. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a survey found that we're the most ambitious at the age of 33.
Oh.
Damn it.
It also found the 10 most common goals that we have.
Long time ago.
The age of 33, what were your common goals?
Family, a home. I mean,
I don't really have a family.
Savings, job.
Yeah, maybe
security.
savings, dude. That's about it.
Ted, you're the closest to 33. What kind of goals you got going on?
Then?
Yeah.
Because you failed them. You're no longer ambitious.
Time out, Mike. How old are you?
Well, okay, I haven't passed that.
I know, but
threshold
you're
yet.
technically the closest to 30.
That's fair.
But you're right. 33 is probably the age I actually started saving money.
But I'm the closest without going over, Miles.
Okay. And the price is right. You're the winner.
Yeah, right.
I'm guessing what's on that list. That would just, I don't know. That wasn't huge on mine.
Paying off debt, number 10.
Oh, good call.
There you go. Learn to go easier on yourself at number 9.
In what way?
My guess is just pressure.
Okay,
you have to do this.
Maybe,
you have
sure.
to be there. You have to, make time for these people.
That's fair. Okay.
Again, the 10 most common goals that we have at the age of 33. More traveling in general.
Sure.
Oh,
absolutely.
That's huge. Yeah.
Visit a destination you've always wanted to go to.
See, these are just sad now.
I know. I like it. My ship is sailed. All right, keep going.
Moving down the list of the most common goals that we have. Number 6, read more. That's already a goal of mine.
I think that we read quite a bit as we prep for the show, obviously. We read just about everything and come up with stuff. But that's different than sitting down and reading a book.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or like I'll read an entire magazine in a sitting, but for some reason, I don't really consider that reading.
It's not. Like last weekend, I read a book cover to cover, and because it was nice out, I literally sat in the backyard and read all week, and it was great. And in my mind, all I did was read. But you're right. Every day for work.
I wake up and I start reading. I go home after I'm done eating. I sit down and watch a little television. I start reading again.
I think it's still reading. It's just not.
It is. It's just.
But I don't consider it reading for some reason. Because to me, it's like, yeah, I'm reading a book or I'm not reading.
I've got a book that's been sitting on my nightstand for probably 3 months now, and I think I've cracked one page of the doggone thing.
It takes me a half hour to go to their emails and read them all. I don't consider it reading.
I know, right? I didn't read anything today.
Number 5 of the 10 most common goals that we have, drink more water.
Well,
that's interesting.
Right, because
your metabolism's starting to fade at 33.
Find ways to relax.
Sure.
Meditation,
no.
Candles,
Weed.
what? Yeah, weed.
Yeah, that's a good call. I got into all that stuff in my 30s.
All right. And then number 3 of the 10 most common goals that we have at the age of 33. Number 3, get in shape and exercise more. I feel like that honestly follows a lot of people throughout their entire life.
Sure. It depends where
Eat
you're
better,
at.
eat better, eat
Right.
healthier.
Right.
Meal prep, eat more at home.
Which maybe at the age of 33, you got to focus on that a little bit harder. There are people that have really, really good metabolisms in high school that honestly just take a dump as they get
change,
older.
man.
Right.
They really do.
I'm waiting for my brother-in-law, man.
You
One day he's
kinda-
going to turn the corner.
You'll feel it
You're
internally
waiting for your
first.
brother-in-law.
I am. This guy, honestly, he sits down and he plays video games for 8 hours a day and does nothing, but he does 6 sit-ups and he still has a six-pack. He eats like trash. Like he goes to fast food joints at least 5 times a week.
Ted, I don't know anyone like that. Do you?
I don't play video games.
Yeah. Not lying.
I don't hate anyone like that. Do you?
Speaking of which, number 2, eat healthier. And the most common goal that we all have by the time we reach the age of 33, which again I think just kind of goes with you throughout your entire life, saving money.
Yes. You would always like to have more money than you have.
Right.
And then burn the house down. Spend every dime right before you die and don't give anything away. Like anything you can do. Like burn your house down. Like your kids don't need your money.
My money.
My money.
Oh, man.
King Tut buried himself with all his crap. I plan on doing the same. I need a tomb. I don't want my kids to have anything. Like you go to my tomb, they'll be like, Dad, but that's the base I want to play. Yeah, it's mine now.
Right, exactly.
Taking it to the afterlife.
Let's get some good news I'm not working on. A charity called Protect with Heart has been making scrub hats and donating them to nurses. They're trying to raise enough money to make 5,000, and they're about halfway to their goal.
Scrub hat? Is that what you
Scrub
said?
hats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a new fashion.
Scrub hats.
If this keeps up.
Put it like a baseball lid on the front and just hairnet in the back.
I think they're actually for nurses when they're in their scrubs. They have the hat that's on.
It could be a fashion.
Okay.
Did you guys ever wear those hats that had the tails in the back?
Oh, yeah.
No,
You
I
know,
did
the
not.
two-
I know what
the
you're talking
two
about.
The rectangle. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those things were so cool.
Do you want them to come back?
It's like a skull cap hat.
I mean,
Mike
down.
just took off his shirt in the middle of the news.
that's
Damn.
it's a tough question.
Just a
I
wardrobe
liked wearing
change.
them, but I haven't worn one probably since, honestly, like the late 80s, early 90s. I mean, I was a kid when I wore it.
Huh. You don't say.
More people have quit smoking because of the pandemic. A study in England found 7.6% of smokers have quit this year, up from 5.9%, and 2 in 5 say it's specifically because they're worried about the virus.
I think that they need to do the other survey that says that 80% of parents who didn't smoke started smoking when their kids became homeschooled, and not necessarily cigarettes.
You know, I think a lot of that has to do with breaking your normal habits as you know them. And
Yeah.
like we were talking about earlier, you said, like, man, people are just breaking their habits left and right. And,
Right.
you know, that's becoming the new norm, and now it's okay. And that's the whole point of smoking. So if
It's very ritualistic.
You get in your car, you drive, you have a cigarette if you smoke in your car, right? You do that on your way to work. Well, if you're not driving to work anymore, maybe it's easier for you
You don't have the
to
same
not-
triggers.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And a lot of people are around family a lot more than they
That
used
goes a long way.
to.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I feel like people smoke at work that wouldn't smoke it, and it's like, well, now you're home.
Yeah.
Engineers at MIT have come up with a cheap, reusable rubber face mask that's just as effective as an N95.
Great.
They still use little discs of N95 material as filters. Discs. I was very clear on that articulation, and have
Just use a little disc.
and those have to be thrown out. But it's much less wasteful, and the rest of the mask can be sterilized and reused.
You lost me when you added face mask.
Here's a good use for 3D printers, too.
There you go. Clorox is donating $1 million to help make sure teachers have all the supplies they need when the new school year starts up.
Yeah, because they just killed it on bleach.
I know.
We got plenty of money. Here.
We have a lot of money.
I mean, come on.
Take $1 million.
It's like Lysol going, we're going to donate.
Right. Hey, by the way, Mike,
Yeah.
we're talking about the 3D printer.
All right.
Can a 3D printer print another 3D printer? Right?
Absolutely.
Can't see why not. Yeah.
Okay.
Program it in, yeah.
Can it
Yeah,
print
you-
food?
You can make.
Yeah,
they have those.
Buy one, make 10.
That's what I
and
mean.
Sell them.
They were 3D printing food, I want to say, on the
KFC.
space station. They were tested it up there. And then, KFC.
Making
with
chicken nuggets.
Right.
So it's printed food. Does it have calories?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
It shouldn't.
I'm curious to see what this KFC
I would say if you
chicken
could make
tastes
chicken
like.
nuggets that have no calories or like salt
man.
in them, I'd be like,
man.
oh, give me all the three. Like, give me 100 pack of 3D nuggets.
The 3D nuggets.
It says because of all the social distancing, no one's getting the flu. It's the middle of winter in the southern hemisphere, and cases are way down. For example, Australia had 22,000 confirmed cases in the last 2 weeks of June last year, and this year only 85.
And people
yeah.
are wearing masks.
Right.
So that's one of the defenses against that.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, this is. I know it's virology, but it is not rocket science when they explain to us, right?
A new survey claims the average American throws out $520 worth of fruit every year.
That's why I don't buy it.
Don't buy any fruit?
If I do, I buy it frozen. Like frozen berries, like that. If you're going to throw some in a blender just for a morning thing. But other than that.
Yeah, fruit is definitely the one that you'd be like, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you have kids, it might be different. We can't keep fruit in the house. Like when fruit shows up in the house, the kids, I mean, I don't know if they're like freaking gorillas or something, but I mean, like they are just all about fruit.
I had to pick up some strawberries the other day, and I was like, I hate strawberries.
Why did you have to pick up
Because someone said, can you pick up strawberries? I was like, all right. I pick up the strawberries. Every one of them has mold on the bottom of them.
Right.
Like everyone has mold. Like, can you pick out some blueberries? Everyone else is like moldy, and I'm like, who the hell eats this crap?
My daughter.
Just get the flash frozen stuff. You know what I mean? At least it was frozen when it was ripe and ready.
I bring it to work every day.
What, fresh fruit?
You bet.
Well, I mean, if you eat it regularly, you know what I mean? It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you never sound happy about it.
No? Oh, I love it.
Okay.
I like it when you bring in the watermelon.
Yeah, man.
I like when you bring in the celery.
That's why you're always going
Which
like,
I know is not a fruit, but there's that distinct crunch, and you look at Mike's face. Mike never complains about it, but you look at his face, and it's just sheer disgust. Not because you hate celery, but because you have to eat it for whatever diet you're on.
That cherry,
and it shows on your face.
Working.
That cherry you popped in my mouth was pretty good the other day.
Yeah, man.
I'll admit that.
Moving on. A man in England got a bunch of Pokemon cards from his mom as a kid and hated them. But he just found out that they're now worth close to $50,000.
He doesn't hate them anymore.
Now he loves them.
He's going to keep them.
Domino's says it's a myth that you can't recycle pizza boxes and wants more people to do it.
Who said you can't
My
recycle
understanding
pizza
was any kind of food stain or any kind of grease or anything like that.
Well, in the compost, right?
Yeah, you have to. Unless they were going to put a wax paper down on maybe on the bottom of the pizza and keep the cardboard from getting soaked.
I don't know.
That's Seattle. I mean, that's their rules. I always throw it in the compost.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Put it in the compost?
If it's a delivery or to-go box of pizza because it's got all the grease and stuff, like I always put it in the compost.
Yeah, I mean, if I wipe my face with a napkin, it's not going in recycling.
Right.
Right. A man in Massachusetts with really long thumbs is a hit on TikTok. You got very long
You found
thumbs.
it. You found your calling.
What do you do with a long thumb?
You go onto TikTok and you get famous.
He's probably been insulted all of his life, and now he's like, now I'm showing them.
Says you'll get burned out at work if you don't take at least one day off every 43 days, according to a new survey.
Oh, damn.
We're there.
These thumbs are long as hell, man.
Oh, you just found him?
Yes.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he's a freak.
That is okay.
All right.
He probably is no good at video games. It takes forever to get to a button.
It says a man in Utah secretly filmed his girlfriend with another man and tried to have her arrested for prostitution. And the reason I'm not working on this is because I did it yesterday.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Jeff, you freak.
Doggone it. We need to get better writers.
What was the story again?
I almost read it again, Ted. Doggone it. It says we're now washing our hands on average of 8 times a day, up from 5 before the virus hit. We wash an average of 19 seconds, up from 13, but almost 1 in 8 people still don't always wash their hands after using the bathroom.
Oh.
1 in 8.
And that doesn't also count all the disinfectants you use for your hands in between and all that stuff. I'm probably 50-50 on both, washing hands and using the old pump.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I still know somebody that doesn't wash their hands.
I think it's more when you get, like for me, when I get home, right? Because you're right. At work and stuff, you touch something, you can, but I don't have a ton of hand sanitizer sitting around, but it's just everything.
Mm-hmm.
Take out the trash, wash your hands.
Sure.
Go pee, wash your hands.
A college student at the University of Georgia has an interesting reason as to why she failed her exam.
Why is that?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. In the meantime, let's get tested online for Profile This. We will take caller 9 at 206-421-ROCK. All right, Mike, have we made it to drinking time?
So we were both at work.
We started getting these notifications from Ring. I'm just like, I checked my camera, and there are these 2 guys trying to break into my house. I hit the siren on my alarm, and I immediately get this call from Ring.
Would you like for us to go ahead and send the police?
And I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
We just wanted to secure our home. My name is Ina.
And I'm Rohit. And with Ring Alarm, I stopped the break-in on my phone.
Protect your home today with Ring Alarm. Go to ring.com/away.
Professional monitoring requires a Ring Protect subscription.